Okay, folks. What I've had to do is I've had to put it back. Hopefully this works. I've just put it back to the easy mode because every time I get in here, it just fails to load. Okay, I don't know what's going on, folks. So when I swapped it over to normal mode, it just kept crashing. So it looks like I'm going to have to keep it on easy mode from till the end of the game. So I don't know, but I don't want to have this happening every single time. So it does mean the game's going to be a bit easy, but I've already, like I say, I've already completed the game, so it doesn't really matter.
Slow and silent.
At least I don't think it does anyway.
Is that thing looking at us?
Could be. Certainly could be. This towering mushroom pulses and writhers with life. Each sinuous movement shakes loose a new clouds of small, incandescent blue spores. The air is thick with them. You hear a muffled hum in the air, like the murmur of distant voices. Inhale the radiant spore. You step forward into the cascade of spores and breathe deep. The air smells sweet, like you've stepped into a garden, but it leaves a tingling numbness in its wake. The world around you seems to tilt, colours shifting, sound falling away. Welcome. Spore's voice fills the room, as grand and overbearing as its pulsating forms. It talks, yeah. Let the friction go. Constitution 15. The ground shakes under your feet and a groan splits the air. The sound seems to crawl inside you and you feel as though your skull will split. The pressure worsens until you can scarcely see, but you stand firm, fists clenched, until it passes. You are a creature of common endurance, but you need not resist. The voice is pleasant even. Take more, you will understand soon enough. The glowing stalk shakes and another dusting of spores falls loose. You have no power over me or resolve. Spores was pass over you, and when you seek to take hold, you cast them aside. You stay put. Your vision swims as the spore's influence diminishes, but for a moment you see dozens of gleaming threads stretching outwards from the spore's stalk to plant themselves in the surrounding frick trunk. Sever the connection. You muster what senses your watcher's gift can bring to bear, and rip at the threads of essence. The thin filaments dissipate under your assault. Oh, that's the first part I've done. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why every time I came in here on normal mode it just kept crashing. So I'm going to have to do everything on easy mode, unfortunately. But anyway, the room shakes and the radiant spore's voice fills your skull. You will regret what you have done. A swarm of tendrils move towards you, brandishing their spines.
Zahua is ready.
What? I'll let Margaret's fire bless this.
Like this. Alright.
That's not very helpful.
No, it's not. Oh, what do you want me to do?
Moe. Anna.
Up there and deal with that. Go up there and deal with that enough.
It is no use.
I'll deal with that.
Shot with this.
Yes.
Yes.
Lava.
Go the other way. Right, guys, going mental.
These ones are in for a wallop.
In for a walloping. Okay, you just die now.
Lava.
I bring your end.
Every time I do that, it just seems to skip. It's quite annoying that.
Zahua is ready.
How about this ready?
Perfect!
Oh, ring away.
Mo
Cool. You can deal with that. Burn. Not any burn.
Ready, Watcher.
Aye?
Knock this thing into oblivion.
Rixie's Anna!
He's like, I'm just gonna run away. See you folks.
Gotcha!
That's it!
Dead on!
Or it didn't want to die, did it? Right. That was simple enough. Much easier when I remember it. Much simpler than before. Yes, yes, yes.
I'll see what I can find.
Yeah, it's definitely a much more simpler fight. I'll give it that. But like I said, I don't know what's going on. Every time I tried to come in here on the easy mode, the normal mode, it just kept crashing. I couldn't update the map. So I'm just going to play it on easy mode. Like I say, I've already completed it in normal mode, so I've already got the achievement, as it were. So. Oh well. Oh well. Right. You step past the narrow
Sure.
routes and enter the burrow. It seems like the miners are back to their senses, almost like someone smacked them in the back of the head. What'd you do out there? I found a flickering colony underneath the mines. A malicious fungus infected their people. The spore was behind all these attacks and disappearances. Well, can't say I would have guessed that one. I'm just glad you've put an end to the mess. Which leaves me with the decision of what to do with Gamal. Gamal wasn't in control of his action. You shouldn't blame him. Minor negative. Oh, okay then. Guess you're right. We'll keep an eye on him for a little while. Then we'll see about setting him loose. Take this, a token of my gratitude for all the hard work. It's the least I can offer. Oh, bless you, lad. Bless you. Back, yes they are. God, it's freezing out here. Let's get this over with quickly. I'll go inside the fishery, but the smell... Yeah, I am also regretting having the fish stew at the inn. One of the fishermen said they found a body in one of the barrels once. If you have a more uncomfortable place to nap, I am willing to accept suggestions. According to the town's records, the fishery doesn't export much these days. Why do they keep it open? It's an unnecessary drain on resources better spent on the White Forge and the mines. Closing down the fishery could help convince the investors that Stalwart is serious about maintaining its prosperity. There I go. Keeping the fishery open will foster goodwill and cooperate future representatives in defying Spain. Yes, many of these people do strike me as the stubborn type. I suppose keeping the fishery open would be a concession the investors are willing to make if it keeps relations friendly. I'd like to have spoken to the head fisherman, but it seems he was run out of town. Oh yes, he was. Normally that would be a great concern to the investors, but it seems that the fishery is prospering in his absence. Oh well. I'll be heading over to the Stalwart Mines next. My clients are concerned about the security and safety of the mines. Meet me there when you're ready. Gotcha, lass. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Sure.
I'm impressed how quickly Stalwart reopened the mine and got it operational. She looks around approvingly. I am a little concerned about this incident involving some of the miners, something that was causing erratic, sometimes violent behaviour. They say you solved the issue. Care to enlighten me? I tried and spored the Frickrant Caverns, was mind controlling the miners, as well as the Frickrant. The spore's dead now. But the Frickrant are not, correct. She thinks a moment. I'll have to make a note of their presence in my report. Defiance Wave will insist on having a squad of Crucible Knights protecting the mines as part of the trade agreement. No offence to Stalwart's militia intended, of course. And I go, there's no much prestige in guarding the mine, the Knights won't thank you for that. And I have a few friends among the Knights, as it is, good point. I won't mention the footprint in my report. At the Roadmore shop I must make a white forge. I like to assess the skills of the smiths assigned to the forge. See you there. Hey, cookie. Drugs. Forward, he sees something. Which I can't see anything, so obviously the drugs are working for him.
There is a spirit lion there, just ahead. Can you see it, Watcher?
That was why people's eyes track the movement of some unseen animal.
The lion was the symbol of my master, Ishipilo. This is a sign.
This is a sign.
Has he come here at last to teach me what he would not in life? To be the Anitle.
Honestly?
This is an Alpazka warrior who has ascended from the snares of the material world. He cannot be beaten.
Cannot be beaten.
It was Ishipilo's greatest secret. Even on his dying day, he refused to pass it on to me. If he had taught me, I would have been able to protect the Takan. We would never have been conquered.
Thought the Quitchmattle had defeated you. Isn't this too late?
I swore to return to liberate my people when I had learned to become the Anitle. This lion. This is what I have been waiting for.
What do you want to do? Drugs.
I have some herbs prepared. Malkachoa.
Drugs.
Plus some things I've been saving. We should eat them so we can meet with the lion in its world. It would be my honor if you would come with me on this journey. A watcher may see things that I cannot.
Very well. So we'll look at the rest of the party.
That goes for everyone. I would welcome the presence of friends.
He pours a scattering of leaves and mushrooms into a cup hand and holds them out to others to inspect.
Maybe I could just inhale a few of the spores.
Don't tell my kids.
One must seek insight where one can.
There are simpler ways to understand the world, monk. A single stroke of my staff would do, but very well.
But very well.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's begin. Zahua distributes the mix of herbs, keeping a generous amount for himself. The plant gives off a variety of strong, conflicting odours, some sweet, some acrid, and at least one that induces immediate sneezing. Their appearances are largely unfamiliar to you. You drop a handful of the mixture into your mouth and chew. The taste is dull and earthy at first, but within moments of chewing, it becomes powerfully sour, then sweet like nectar, and then it begins to take on a new character that's unlike anything you've ever eaten before. Your vision swims, and you see the world in a different, more vibrant spectrum. Zahua takes one look at your expression and laughs.
You are ready.
Drugs, man! Drugs.
Do not let the lion escape us.
Come here, mate.
Is that flower singing? No. Stay focused, Zahua.
Focus, Zahua. A lone spirit hovers back and forth, agitated and muttering. I can learn from them, from their mistakes. Their failures have revealed the path to me, and I am very close. The spirit points to a scattered collection of maimed and contorted bodies distributed around a small pedestal. Something odd registers in your mind about the corpses, and then the realization dawns. They all appear to belong to the same person. Great.
I wouldn't be so sure.
What are you getting too close to?
On that pedestal you see before you, I placed a gem for safekeeping. You have never seen such a perfect gem. I regretted leaving it behind almost immediately. It has been my every waking thought ever since.
Why do you want it?
It is all I have left of something that was important to me.
Very important, by the look of it.
I might be able to get it for you. The spirit seems to consider us swipes of essence dart in and out of shape, like bolts of electricity.
That would be most welcome.
Oh my god.
What is this that so many have died to approach it?
When I don't hit all the traps. well.
Were you able to retrieve the gem?
Yep. The spirit pulses excitedly with light and warmth.
This is a great relief. Give it here.
The spirit extends claw-like translucent hands towards you, cupped together, and when you let the gem drop, it passes through the spirit's hands and lands on the ground.
Ah, clumsy. No need to worry, I've got it now.
The spirit crouches to pick up the gem. It scoops at the gem, but cannot make contact with it. It does so over and over.
This is a snare my master never told me of. How great, how subtle the hold of the past upon us.
Let's keep moving. Zahua nods. An old shaman hurches over a translucent table. Paint is streaked on either side of her eyes like flames. She casts an assortment of strange objects onto the table: a finger bone, a Stelgar tooth, turtle shell, a few stones painted with symbols. She studies them over and over with disbelieving eyes. At last, she looks up.
There is no mistake. The portents do not lie.
Portents do not lie.
Zahua, you will be our chieftain. You will succeed Ishapito and lead us to victory over the Ketchmotto.
It's back.
I will tell Ishapito that he must accept you. The path must be cleared for your reign.
That all?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Thunderstorm.
Is that all?
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Come on!
No battle for you. Still breathing heavily, Zahua appears deep in thought. He notices your glance.
The shaman's vision always stayed with me. After my master had passed, even after the Takan were conquered, I thought of what the shaman had said and held on to hope. But I wonder if it did not also make me proud and foolhardy, if I ignored my own defeat because I did not believe it possible.
And you may liberate your people yet.
Zahua has done his people no favors as chieftain, and the Ketchmotto would mock your words. But what you say is true, nevertheless.
I believe I went this way this time.
Did you see where it went?
Get ahead of us. His man's face is weather beaten and his eyes are sunken deep into his skull. His body is scarcely more than a string of bones. He speaks with great effort, his voice dry and grainy.
Will you help me? Water. From the waterfall, please.
Why the waterfall? The man shakes his head sadly.
It appears to be the same in every way, but alas, it only makes my thirst greater. Only water from the waterfall will do. I wish it were not so.
I can carry you over to the waterfall, then you can drink from the source.
I have tried, but the water eludes me. I open my mouth and it falls only on either side. I place cupped hands beneath and pull them out dry. Only the first time was I able to taste it. Never have I tasted anything so pure. Ever since, I have not been able to bring myself to leave. I wish only to taste it once more. That would be enough.
That would be enough. I'll see what I can do.
You will need this to collect the water. I will be forever grateful.
Forever grateful. Water flows from a pool at your feet upward onto the rocks above, as though time itself were flowing in reverse. It sounds more like a stream than a waterfall. Examine the water. The column of water is clear and pure. It flows in steady but not torrential. Other than the direction, of course, it seems ordinary. Grab the water. You place the skin into water and invert it, filling it steadily. Almost immediately, the water around your hand begins to roil and hiss. You feel an excruciating burning pain as the water begins to eat away at the skin of your fingers. I should have good resolve, resist the illusion. This place boosts powerful illusions, and you are sure this one of them. You cling to that knowledge, and the certainty that none of this will be happening. For a moment, the illusion holds. You hold the water skin in place despite the agony in your fingers. Skin gives way to flesh, and then to bone. But in the face of your surety, the enchantment weakens quickly. The pain fades, and from one moment to the next, the ghastly image of your melting hand is gone. The water skin is quite full, and you're able to draw it away without further incident. When you go to replace the stopper, something strikes your hand from below. Having been carried upward by the waterfall current, it drops into the pool. You reach down where it fell and withdraw a handful of jewels. Here's your water, my friend.
Have you had any success?
Yes.
Wonderful! I've waited so long.
His fingers tremble with excitement as he closes his hand around the stopper and slowly twists it. The stopper comes free suddenly and flies from his hands, propelled by a violent burst of steam.
Oh no.
He upends the water skin, holding it above his lips, but not a single droplet falls. He shakes it, twists it, squeezes it, to no avail. The water is gone.
Given his history, I am surprised he had not foreseen this possibility. He longs not for the water, but for the experience of first tasting it. He is bound for disappointment. His suffering is very pretty, yet it feels empty. What value does it have if he refuses to learn from it? Can he not see that he seeks something that can never be recovered?
Ishibilo sits meditating. He opens his eyes and looks at Sawa.
Hello, pupil. You come to me with a question, do you not?
He coughs, and dry as desert sand, Sawa stares at him, his mouth quivering faintly.
Yes, Ishibilo. I have sought your wisdom across many lands, over many years. Are you here to grant it to me?
No.
Yes, pupil. I am here for you.
Sawa nods, draws a deep breath.
Our people are captives of the Ketch model. I need to know the secrets of the Anitle.
Of course. The answer has been with you the whole time, pupil. You are blind not to...
Ishibilo breaks down in a coughing fit. As he coughs harder, and granules of dust fly from his mouth into plumes.
Master, please, I cannot hear you.
Sawa steadies him by the shoulders, but Ishipilo's cough only worsens. Dust pours from his lips by the mouthful.
Answer me!
Sawa hands tightening around Ishipilo's frail body. He shakes Ishipilo, but the coughing continues. He shakes him again, and in Sawa's hands, Ishipilo turns to dust. It scatters instantly to the winds. Sawa looks at the dust in his hands, holding them cupped as if to preserve some vital piece of information of his master's wisdom. Despite his best effort, the winds carry off the remains, leaving him with nothing. He frowns.
Even after his death, I have always felt that when the time was right, Ishipilo would find a way to teach me his secret.
That's the thing, it's your own secrets.
And yet here we are on his trail, and his knowledge is no less a mystery to me. Is this what I am meant to see? That his teachings will always be beyond me?
That's the whole point. There is more to Tucan than Ishipilo's teaching.
You speak truly, but his knowledge is the difference between a free Tucan and an enslaved Tucan. Zahua cannot help but seek it.
Oh no. You want to fight for it?
Right.
You'll get it. Get it. An antelope stands gingerly on the muddy grass. Its fur is matted and stained dark around a deep oozing gash in its left haunch.
Have you come here to eat me?
We are not here to eat you, but you are easy prey. Is there nowhere you can hide?
The beasts of this place would catch my scent. I would not get far. But there may be a way I could be protected. A great tree grows to the north, whose sap has an odor that is repellent to predators. If you could draw this sap and rub it into my coat, I would be safe. I could heal and return to my herd.
Where's this tree?
To the north, beside a cave. You will not find a larger tree in the forest. Gallowayne speed your steps.
Galloway.
We are too late. The wolves have come. It was a mistake to leave the animal here unprotected.
It was definitely bound to die, but I'm going to say we did what we thought we could give it its greatest chance of survival.
That is difficult to accept. In my heart, it feels as though there was more we could have done. In the end, though, the wolves would have come. They can smell weakness.
Exactly what I just said.
Distances. We may have been bound for failure from the start.
That's the whole point. An unusual tall man with brown leathery skin and regal carriage bows to Zahua.
Chief Aurelia, why are you here?
I come on behalf of the Ketch model to pay you tribute, great chieftain.
Tendons bulge at the side of Zahua's neck. His fists are clenched. For the first time since you met him, he appears on the brink of losing control. He speaks through gritted teeth.
You have come to see if I am ready to protect my people.
Ashmar chieftain smiles, baring glistening teeth.
Well,
Are you? I guess we'll find out.
Ready, Watcher. Dead on!
I am no use here!
Oh, you really aren't. Zahua contemplates the body of his enemy.
When the Ketch model chieftain saw me, he knew I was not prepared to resist him. If I had been more convincing, I have always believed they would not have attacked.
Agreed, a better deception might have kept you safe. Impossible to know.
It may be, but I believe I was mistaken. This was the life of the Takan. We lived knowing that one day the wolves would come. And finally, the day came when we were wounded and could not escape them.
Zahua shakes his head and smiles bitterly.
I have been caught in a snare, worrying over things that could not be changed. These visions shame me with their truths. Ishipilo never warned me of this, but I should have seen it sooner. I have become a slave to knowledge I will never learn. I have denied all my failures. Yet, I feel no different, no freer than I was. There is something I am missing, even now. This may be our answer. Let us see what has been uncovered.
Let's see what has
You
been
must come with me
uncovered.
at once.
Zahua, you should not be here. If you are caught, they will execute you, and they will not fail twice.
I do not care about my life, Namaltia. I come to liberate the Takan. We will unite and revolt.
And who will you unite? Our men are dead or broken. Their labors were too cruel. Our women are mothers to catch model children now. The Takan live only in your mind.
And that's the whole point. Zahua stands in silence, staring where the apparitions had been. What was that about? No.
An argument Zahua had with someone once.
His jaws clenched.
Nothing came of it.
Did that really happen?
Some years ago, Zahua considered that he might never learn Ishipilo's secret. But he had vowed to return to his people. And so he did. He journeyed to Ketchmodel, and while their warriors were off raiding, he spoke to the surviving Takan he found there. She was a Nalpazga warrior, eldest daughter of the shaman. She would have been, the wife of the Takan chieftain, if the Takan had not fallen.
You never told me. For once, Zahua seems unable to meet your gaze.
Zahua has never spoken of it to anyone.
Face is tense, his skin lacking its usual smoothness. He looks old.
He waited too long in returning. If there was a time to liberate his people, it passed long ago, while he searched for the secret of the Anitle.
Why did you continue to search if you knew you failed? Zahua is quiet for a moment.
Ishipilo's knowledge was the one last thing of Takan that might have been recovered. But I see now that I was caught in a snare. The gem, the antelope, the waterfall. Their lessons were not about Ishipilo's secrets. They were about my vow to return to the Takan.
He's quiet again, his eyes search the ground, then seem to fix on something. You look down but see only a small worm burrowing into the earth near his feet. He stares in that direction for a time, and slowly he looks up to you.
The time of my people has ended. There is nothing more I can do for them.
I'll take the first one. The Toucan lived their time and made their mark on the world. They need nothing more from you.
They were a great and inspiring people. It was a gift to have been one of them, to learn from them and walk among them.
Zahua looks around and smiles flatly.
The dream fades around us. I believe it is time to return.
Brilliant colours around you seem to dull, shifting objects settle into their true forms. Zahua appears the same as he always has. The same shredded skin, the same fluid posture. Only the look in his eyes has changed. And Analyte. Hey, boosh. Nice. Happy day.